pitch. That's not ever happened in a lifetime. But they call it an elevator pitch because you got about 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes to talk about your project and talk about what else? You. Make it personal. I went into screenwriting and I have projects because I want to tell stories that I like, right? I have lived I'm a Marine as well, by the way, Mike, Semper Fi. I also married one, rock and roll. And there's a lot of stories there, right? And I've got kids. My God, there's tons of stories there. And there's stories that I want to tell and I also want to act in. Because if you want to act in certain roles that you can never get, well, then write your own damn roles, right? So that's how I started screenwriting. That is what I want to hear from you guys. Make this personal. Why is your project? Why did you write this project? The project that I'm going to pitch you tonight, I began writing because I don't know if you guys knew this, but Canada has a Loch Ness Monster. I'm not kidding you. Any Canadians? Do we have any Canadians? There you go. Half Canadian. Montana? What's half Canadian? Vancouver. Oh, best weather ever. I'm saying that as a joke. Michigan, we got more Michigan, yeah? I'm Michigan too, by the way. Yeah, right on. So Canada has a Loch Ness Monster in the Lake of Kelowna. This is a small lake located over kind of like northeast of Vancouver. And a friend of mine saw it. She's an actress. We were touring together. And she told me she saw the Loch Ness Monster in Kelowna. Now this is a landlocked lake, and she's talking about an apex predator of a rather large size. I did not believe that there is an Ogopogo in Kelowna, but she saw it. And that argument that we had was, she was mad at me because I didn't believe in the Ogopogo that she saw. And I explained to her, well, couldn't we just still be friends? Do I have to believe everything that you believe? Can I believe that you believe it without believing it? And that whole argument began writing a script about the Ogopogo. I'm, like I said, a Marine. I've been in construction most of my life. I've done a lot of acting. I do enjoy that. Kind of consider myself a little rough and tumble, but goddamn, I love rom-coms. I just love those rom-coms. So I made a rom-com about a man who runs a tourist store in Kelowna where they take people on tours to find the Ogopogo. However, he doesn't believe in the Ogopogo. But this young lady lawyer who saw it when she was young gives up her practice for a little while to travel back to the lake where she saw it in her youth to hunt for the Ogopogo, and she hires this guy who doesn't believe in the Ogopogo to be her tour guide. And as he's touring her around, what eventually happens with all rom-coms, he falls for the girl. But then she finds out that it was all a lie. He doesn't believe in the Ogopogo. And so that is the basis of the story. That was the pitch. It actually is being sold to a Canadian Hallmark company right now. So I got the contract. It's $15,000 if you guys want to know. If you that's how much you get for writing. $15,000. Haven't got it yet. Check is in the mail.